Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lions of the Republic right here on the Wrestling Republic YouTube channel. We are your hosts, a very sleepy Ben and a very sleepy Suki. We are back, and I thought this would be a quiet week for wrestling news. We had the new beginning in Sapporo show, and we've got the new beginning in Osaka coming up this weekend. So we thought, it'll be a quiet week. No, things have happened, things keep getting announced. So we're here right now to guide you through everything that's going on in the world of New Japan and a little bit beyond. Um, and we're hoping that you enjoy. So let's get right into this. We are coming to the end of the New Beginning tour. Last weekend, 4th and 5th of February, as we record it, we had the two shows over in Sapporo at the Hokkaido Prefectural Gym, which I was really impressed by. How did you find the shows?
I found the shows pretty good. Yeah, the matches were pretty decent. I think the audience got a bang for their buck. Yeah, yeah, it was a pretty good. Yeah, they were pretty good shows. I think they hyped up the New Beginning tour, where I guess just for where surprisingly just for guys lost all their matches. Um, that makes me laugh. That makes me laugh when Taka just comes out like, so what? We are just four guys who's doing that. But good shows, amazing matches. I think that we should get right into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, on Saturday, the 4th of February, we had the first show, which was, of course, headlined by the two special singles matches of Taichi versus Will Ospreay in Taichi's hometown, and then Shota Umino versus Tetsuya Naito. But before we got into that, we had a pretty exciting undercard, including Great Khan commits young boy murder again.
So it's Oscar Loibe with his my God, I don't know what you call that submission move. His
Uzaru style sheep killer.
wait, is that what it's called? Uthru style sheep kill.
That's what Okan's finishing move is called the Sheep Killer or the Uzaru style Sheep Killer.
All right. That's all right. So, yeah, by looking at this, it was Oscar Loibe versus Great Khan first match,
Yeah,
7 minutes 25 second by the. Oh yeah, it actually says Sheep Killer. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna say one thing. I'm really liking that they're sort of pairing up the young boys with the current generation of young boys with their kind of rivals. So Loibe and Okan, Nakashima and Hanare. Like, and I've also really enjoyed watching. I've enjoyed watching Oscar Loibe a lot. He gets better and better every match we see him, and he gets closer and closer to beating Okan every time. Uh, he almost pinned Okan on. I mean, the man is 7 foot tall and does a jumping leg drop. So when he did that, and you sort of saw Okan go, I was like, oh, actually, this might be it. But he's been wrestling for quite some time. He trained over in West Side Extreme in Germany, his home country. I'm a big WXW fan. They are basically the main indie in Europe that isn't like Rev Pro or Progress, although you could argue that Progress isn't really an indie anymore. But the again, he looks very promising. He's 7 foot tall. He's a big, big guy. Like he's going to, if New Japan keep him, he's going to be someone who can absolutely be your, oh look, a big monstrous person who can, hit people very hard and throw people around.
Yeah. So the undercard, I guess it was just mostly um
Mm.
just build up to the Osaka show where 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 we'll probably skip the undercard if nothing else
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. I mean, there's one interesting thing that we probably need to talk about, which is the undercard matches with Jay White and Hikuleo,
Oh, yeah.
where they've been building the storyline for this. Obviously, the match they've got in Osaka, where anytime Hikuleo gets his grip on for the choke slam against some member, but no one has been able to break the grip of the choke slam, and he has hit it on Jay. He has almost hit it on Jay White. Then ELP kicked him really hard, but like this is the story that seems to be going with that if Hikuleo gets the choke slam on you, it's over
Yeah.
unless your tag partner comes in to kick him really hard. But obviously, the match that everyone is talking about coming out of night one of Sapporo is Will Ospreay versus Taichi.
Yep. So
Hey, Taichi, do you want to go back to 1990s All Japan?
so Taichi, as my brain is functioning incorrectly, he was Kawada's? No, Osprey
Yes, he was the
Kawada.
final disciple, the final and only disciple of Takashi Kawada. So, little bit of Japanese wrestling history lesson now. Kawada, one of the four heavenly pillars, the four heavenly kings, the four pillars. The original four guys: Kenta Kobashi, Mitsuharu Misawa, Akira Taue, and Takashi Kawada. And Taichi was trained by Kawada, or more accurately, had the shit kicked out of him until he learned to wrestle good.
Damn. And Osprey busted out all of gosh, who was it? Fuck me.
I mean, the story of this match was basically that Taichi was absolutely leaning into the Kawada spirit, and so it took Osprey hitting a Kawada style backdrop driver,
Yeah.
Misawa's Tiger Driver 98, and Kenta Kobashi's roaring elbow strike, and then two hidden blades and a Stormbreaker to beat Taichi in his hometown.
To be honest, I was like having Taichi winning since this was his hometown Just for Guys just happened. And I would
Mm,
think New Japan would really push Just for Guys. But I guess not yet, I think. But they put on a hell of a match though. I gotta give them that.
yeah, I think even losing to Will Ospreay established Taichi as absolutely a credible main event singles heavyweight guy, and I've spoken about this a bit, kind of to you, Suki, and to Ben as well. Like he he had counters for all of Osprey's big moves. He obviously doing the triple crown bomb on Osprey to counter the super Oz cutter, the dangerous backdrop, the Yokozuna elbow, the Kawada kicks. Like he took Osprey to his limit. It took Will Osprey tapping into that fighting spirit that he's starting to kind of develop, because the ending of the match was that Taichi was just hitting him and hitting him and hitting him until Osprey hit the roaring elbow and then hit two hidden blades and a stormbreaker. Um, so like Osprey, it developed both the characters. It developed Osprey's very slow burn. Hey, this is fighting spirit. I can do fighting spirit. I can do the whole kick out, yag, hit, fall over thing. We really probably should do like a whole episode dedicated to explaining the concept of fighting spirit in Japanese wrestling, because that would probably be quite useful for fans who don't understand the concepts of, or like when you see people criticize New Japan matches, like, oh yes, he no sold the poison runner. Yeah, that's fighting spirit. What's fighting spirit? Well, da 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 da. But yeah, and it also developed Taichi's character in terms of Taichi absolutely channeling the spirit of Kawada. He wants one more match with Kawada. He wants to retire Kawada, he said. But because Kawada is still healthy enough to wrestle, he's just gracefully retired at the moment. But Kawada, Taichi keeps calling him out anytime he appears at a New Japan thing to commentate. Taichi will just pop up and go, "Oh, fight me, you coward!" Um, so yeah,
Nice.
honestly, I could gush about this match for the entire episode, but I will not.
I mean, yeah, I think when I met Kawada, I asked him about Taichi and then he was like, "I'll fight him or some
Oh
shit."
yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing. Would you like to tell the viewers who you bloody met?
So if you follow my Instagram or Twitter, I recently there was a talk show in Osaka where I live, where the talk show consisted of Kenta Kobashi, Kairi, Takashi Kawada, Satoshi Kojima, Tatsumi Fujinami, and Fujiwara. So
Yeah, so basically, you met about two-thirds of the undisputed greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time who are still alive.
I have, yes. Uh,
Oh, and I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous at all. No, I'm not jealous. Not really.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, this match was huh, obviously put Taichi on the spotlight as a big main eventer that he can fight hard with the big boys, and yeah, and it was the next series coming up. He's not in the next series actually, Taichi, or is
Isn't
he?
he? Isn't he doing? Didn't they say New Japan? Didn't they say he was going to do New Japan Cup?
Yeah, he's gonna do New Japan Cup, but next series is Fantastica Mania. I think he's
Oh yeah, well, that's all. That's all lucha, isn't it? And Taichi's not a luchador.
luchador. But yeah, so I think yeah, I mean we can do the whole fighting spirit during Fantastica Mania since all of its dark shows and shit. But
Mm. And Junior Festival as well. But
oh yeah, Junior Festival, I have to talk about that later. Yeah, we'll get into
yeah,
that. Yep.
whoops, forgot to put that on the plan. Yeah, so then obviously the main event of night one was a 32-minute match between Shota Umino and Tetsuya Naito. Your
So
thoughts?
the story of this match was Shota Umino's from his young lion days. The main guy that he wanted to be was Tetsuya Naito, where Naito was like, you're not, you're not a big opponent enough for me. Where Naito's just kept annoying him toward like so far towards the show, and when he was a young boy. This I had high expectations for this match, and it did
Hmm,
not deliver my high expectations, to be honest.
no.
No, I mean, I was expecting Schroeder to win for the sake of storytelling, but I understand this might go on to another trilogy if it will, if New Japan booking will, but it wasn't big enough for me. I mean, I think it's the first show with the return of cheering, like full-time return of cheering.
Hmm,
So I think New Japan just wanted to have the Dehapon thing going on inside
hmm.
where it ended was a Destino. It wasn't that good to my standards. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I wasn't wild on this match. It was good. It sent the crowd home happy. You know, they got to see Naito and Shota. I didn't think they needed to do half an hour. Osprey and Taichi went 22 minutes, and you know, that was a good length match. And Shota can do good 20-minute matches. His matches with Osprey were like 18, 22 minutes. They were good. Just felt it did go a little bit long at points. There were a couple of unfortunate botches. I'm not going to hold, you know, botches against a still fairly new wrestler in Shota Umino, and obviously Naito can only fix so many things. It makes sense that Naito won. Obviously, they probably didn't want him taking a loss before he goes and retires Keiji Muto. But yeah, it was a bit underwhelming. And the and yeah, unfortunately, just you know, it didn't quite click. Before we move on to night two, though, I have just remembered one other detail from the undercard that we need to acknowledge. Ichiban Sweet Boy got the win in the TMDK match. No, but you have to understand, I'm so proud of Ichiban Sweet Boy. Jose Fujita tapped out Ryohei Oiwa with the double wrist lock submission that Zach had been teaching him because he's such a good student and he's been doing his homework. Apparently, he's been practicing it extra hard in the dojo. Chris Charlton had this line where, oh yeah, no, I ran into Fujita and he tried to put it on me, so I ran away. Um,
Oh,
um, and the English word of the day, it wasn't, I think, was it lovely jubbly again? No, there
Lovely
wasn't.
Jubbly. Last time I think Lovely Jubbly was
Yeah, no, there is a new English word of the day,
uh,
but we will check that and get that back to you. But yes, night one, slightly underwhelming main event, but overall a good quality of matches, some pleasing storyline developments. Oh, and Will Ospreay is still the best wrestler in the world.
night two. Yeah, before we head on to the main card, because the undercard was a bit underwhelming, but backstage comments, United Empires. planning to add a
Oh yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
This.
I thought that was supposed to be the big news that we were supposed to talk about, and we're talking about Ichiban Sweet Boy. We're talking about
Yeah,
Ichiban.
sorry. I'm sorry. There is nothing bigger than Ichiban Sweet Boy. He has my whole heart. No, this is very important, and we should definitely talk about this. So,
Yeah. So I'm not a big follower of Stardom, but backstage comments, Will Ospreay and Great Khan and almost the entire and the United Empire says they want to add Joshi wrestlers to the faction, where probably be happening this year since they said it like around February, so probably around happen around like
mm.
but so they're planning to get the IWGP Women's belt. Now, who would you want to see in United Empire? Which Stardom wrestler would you want to see in United Empire?
Well, you see, it's a tricky one because obviously they're probably going to want Stardom wrestlers, whereas most of the women I would want to see in the United Empire, especially people from the British indie scene that Will Ospreay has worked with, are either people who make appearances for TJPW or just purely stick to British indies and probably don't have the time to commit to Japanese tours. That being said, I am going to be very boring and very basic and go for the obvious choice and go for the person it is probably going to be Will Ospreay's best friend in Stardom, his longtime protege, the person who described him as like a father figure, and he describes her as basically like my daughter and best friend, Azumi.
Azumi? Yeah,
Yep,
I see.
it's probably going to be Azumi. She's someone that Stardom are fairly high on. They're starting to give her a push, and so jumping her over to the green and gold, the United Empire, would be a good sign of future things for her.
Yeah, Azumi's in what faction right now? She's in a
I want to say she's in Stars. I'm going to double check. I'm going to double check right now for you. Um, I don't think she's in. Azumi is in. Azumi is currently in. Uh, she's no, she's in Queen's Quest.
Quest. I was thinking that this will probably stick to the foreigner type thing, so I was gonna go.
Mm,
But I was gonna go Tekla, but I don't know if.
mm.
Oh God, if fantasy booking here, I won't say this will happen. I want to see like uh Mayu join. I want to see like Mayu join United Empire, but probably won't. She'll
But
probably
Mayu Utami
Mayu Otami, but she'll probably won't. That's a bit of fantasy booking for my thing, but
isn't Mayu a current faction leader?
she is. She's in stars, right?
That's
Wait, I thought she
yeah.
was. Wait, is she?
Hang on, I'm just gonna double check that for you. But see, because I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, it might be it might be Julia or Gulia, however you pronounce it. But obviously, she's A, the current Stardom top champ, and B, the leader of Donna Del Mundo. So that isn't happening.
Yes. I was.
I swear Mayu's in a faction and is like faction
Mayu's
leader.
in stars. Mayu's in stars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's technically the leader of the Azumi. I'm looking through the roster because I have almost I if I see the roster, I'll remember some stuff. I think some people that I would like to see in United Empire,
Hmm.
Azumi, like you said, Saya Kamitani. I mean, they're all in fucking Queen's Quest. They're all in fucking Queen's Quest. Saya
Right.
Kamitani or Lady C. That's one of my or
Yeah. I know Mercedes Monet has said that she wants to work with Azumi and Lady C, the kind of next generation. Sorry, clarity. She wants to work with AZM, whoever that is. Okay, for the record, I am putting my prediction in right now that Mercedes Monet is going to absolutely destroy Kyrie at Battle in the Valley because there's no way New Japan have signed her and won't put the title on her. There's no way.
yeah.
Um, there are some British indie stars that I think might fit in well with the United Empire, and maybe, a few years down the line, it would be great to see Alex Windsor, longtime friend of Wrestling Republic, in over at Pro Wrestling Eve. She's been TJPW International Princess Champion a couple of one time. She's obviously, someone who's done a lot of stuff with Wrestling Republic. And we're very grateful to have interviewed her a couple of times and on the Soul sessions. So I'm also a big fan of hers and the work she's doing over as RevPro as British Women's Champion. Um, then who else? Who else? Kanji. Uh, okay, that would require turning her heel, but she has been a good heel in the past. And similarly, I know it seems very unoriginal, but Millie McKenzie would be another good friend of Wrestling Republic's, would be a brilliant fit in the United Empire's kind of strong suplex machine. This whole kind of, she'd fit in quite well with the kind of ring focused, honorable creed of the UE. But yeah, no, that's just some wild fantasy booking, and I'm willing to put money on the fact that it will be Azumi because Will Ospreay does have that good personal connection with her.
Yep. All right.
So yes. Now we move to night two of Sapporo.
Yes. So night two of Sapporo. I'm just trying to pull it up after I got out the roster again. I got it now. It's good. So night two of Sapporo. We saw. All right. So we saw the IWGP tag team belts get defended by Bishamon Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto against TMDK, Shane Haste, and Mikey Nichols. Now,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it was a decent match. It didn't go too long.
Yeah, it was decent. It was solid. TMDK know what they're doing. So it was a good match. Like nothing special to write home about, but it was good.
Special. I think that's where we leave it at. All right, so I think next match was a show stealer, to be honest. New Japan World TV Championship. Champion Zack Sabre Jr. defends the belt from longtime rival Tomohiro Ishii.
Sorry, you mean Lucha Ishii?
Lucha Ishii. Lucha Ishii. Man hit a code red. Man hit a code red.
No, it wasn't Code Red, it was a Yoshi Tonic, man.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lucha Ishii came out.
Oh, damn, this match was good.
Ishii, you are how old? Isn't he like 40 something?
He's 40 something, to my knowledge, yeah.
Hang on.
He's 40 something. And
I'm going to say 44 or 46. 47. He's a year older than Tanahashi.
year older than Tanahashi. And he's
The big strong the stone pitbull came out swinging. Obviously, he has this history with Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. defeating him for the Rev Pro British Championship several times. All of that, and Ishii comes out and gives Sabre strong style, and Zack responds with strong style. Living up to the legacy of the belt. This is the new strong style championship.
this is a new Strong Style Championship, yes. But Zack one was a Zack driver, not a
Yeah, it was the Zack driver.
Zack driver, not the submission hold, where Zack Sabre Jr. wants to defend it again because apparently Zack Sabre Jr. cannot be satisfied with a pinfall victory for some reason.
No, because he wants his strong style to be technical strong style.
Technical strong style, what was that? So I think that I should probably add here. The next challenger will be at Battle in the Valley, where it will be the
Conf-
Rhino, Clark
yeah,
Connors
Clark Collins confirmed this morning.
this morning. I see Zack defending, to be honest. Clark Connors ain't
No, there's no way they're putting the belt. Clark Connors hasn't graduated the dojo yet. This is probably his graduation, to be honest. This is probably the match where they graduate him afterwards. He's not out the dojo yet, I don't think.
Yeah. Ooh, all right.
Well, okay, rephrase. He's good enough to be out the dojo. He just hasn't had his formal "congratulations, you are no longer a young boy" match, even though he calls himself the Wild Rhino already.
So I think the main event. So there were mixed opinions on this match when, but I personally liked it. It was Yo versus Hiromu Takahashi for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This match, I thought Yo was actually gonna win because it was actually pretty good. It was actually
Yeah, it was a good match. I knew Hiromu was going to retain because there's no way they have Hiromu not be the champion for A, the Muto show, and B, the All Star Junior Festival.
pretty good match to be honest. Near falls. I think did Yo hit a did Yo hit? He got close to hitting a
He didn't quite hit direct drive, I don't think, and it did take the time bomb too to
yeah
stop him.
yeah I do remember him taking a time bomb and kicking out. I was like, oh shit, man. But pretty good match to be honest. I think it better than the main event of last night at Sapporo. But
Oh, the
so
other thing, we had the junior tags defended as well.
yeah, we had the junior tax defended. Yeah,
How
again,
could we forget? That was such a good match.
such a good match to be honest. That was such a good match, and then that's when we actually saw Taka just saying, "You saw what? You already died or some shit," and then he was like, "We are four men that have everything except the belt. We are just four guys."
Give me just four guys versus good-looking guys in a loser has to change faction name match at the Keiji Muto show, and I will be happy.
All right, so that's Sapporo for you.
That was yeah, good pair of shows. So obviously this weekend we have New Beginning in Osaka, the show ender. Are you going?
I am going. Yes.
What a surprise! A wrestling show goes to Osaka and Suki goes to it.
Tomorrow there's a press conference also, so which will be probably on New Japan World like an hour after, like an hour
Mm,
on my time. So keep an eye out for that.
yeah,
So Osaka show. See Osaka show.
Osaka show.
All right, let's go. So
Let's go.
first, yeah, okay, let's just run down the whole card because it's actually a pretty stacked card
It's a good
for
card, yeah.
card. So first match, we have Oscar Loibe and Toriano versus Aaron Henare and Great Okan. Oh, yep, a squash match with Okan probably getting the win over Oscar Loibe was
All
Oscar.
right. Important note here: the United Empire are not in a good mood. uh, because Hanare over at New Japan Tamahashi in Melbourne got screwed. He
Yeah,
had Caveman Ugg beat, and then Bullet Club for. Oh look, it's Bad Luck Fale hitting Hanare over the head, and then Caveman Ugg joins Bullet Club. He's now calling himself Bullet Ugg.
bullet.
So Hanare's not in a good mood.
No, it's not.
Um, Oh yeah. Also, if you a good match to watch from that show is Robbie Eagles versus Kyle Fletcher.
Oh yeah,
They basically
yeah. It's
murdered each other for 20 minutes. It's quite good fun.
classic mentor versus student storyline.
Mm,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, we've got a pissed off United Empire probably going to the squash the young boy.
Second match, we have another match that won't fit in somewhere. We have Taguchi, Tiger Mask, Shota Umino, and Honma Tomoaki versus Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Sanada, and Tetsuya Naito. Well, we all know who's losing this match. We all know.
Yeah. It's just it gets Naito on the card. People want to see Naito in Osaka.
They got Naito on the card, and then from here we have the good money making matches. We have Master Wato versus Taiji Ishimori. Now, did we have any build up for this? Do we have?
Yeah, Ishimori's been calling out what Ishimori blamed Wato for him losing the junior title, and think Wato did steal a pin on him in one of the undercards.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, I think they traded pins. So I think once, yeah, they traded.
Mm.
So they did.
Uh, I'm presuming whoever wins this is next to challenge Hiromu.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's Watto. where he's probably one of my top 10 favorite junior wrestlers. So
Wato is certainly one of the junior wrestlers of all time.
yes, he is. Well, Master Wato versus Taiji Ishimori. It's good to see single matches on the card. It's good to see single matches,
Mm.
except for like fucking random tag matches that we don't honestly need. Next, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenta. Now, now, with now, I haven't been up to date with these two single matches. Was there any build up for this one? Because
Yep. Kenta hates Tanahashi. He's still. This is basically him getting revenge for the whole "Hey, you broke my nose and my face" thing. Um, Also, Kenta is using this as a warm-up match before he goes over to Battle in the Valley and challenges Fred Rosser. So I can see Kenta going over here. Also, Kenta has never beaten Tanahashi in Osaka.
uh, oh yeah, he has not. Oh yeah, I've been there before. Yep. Next match. Well, normally this was supposed to be a regular six-man tag match, which got switched to another six-man open weight tag team championship match. We have the surprising team of Ren Narita, El Desperado, and Suzuki Minoru, who got announced at New Year's Dash, versus our beloved champions, our Murder Machine Show, Tokyo Pimps, Shujo Takahashi, and King of Darkness Evil. Please, for the love of God, Ren Narita, tap out fucking evil, please. All right,
He's tapped out Dick Togo 3 times.
tapped out Dick Togo Street.
Look, all I'm saying is, Dick Togo's going to be coming in, he's going to be cheating.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm saying is, if Ren Narita's other dad could show up to help even the odds, that would be lovely. Please give me Shibata kicking Dick Togo's head off.
This is gonna turn into another. Oh yeah, I haven't told you this, Ben, and
No, you haven't.
I haven't told anyone this actually on the Wrestling Republic team. This will probably be I think my fourth interaction with Evil. No, actually fifth interaction with Evil. I don't know, Soccer Show actually. Where we basically almost not almost. I mean, that's over dramatic. We just yelled at each other, and I think once it was at the Osaka. So do you remember the time where like Sho ripped up Despy's mask?
Yeah.
Osaka, yeah, when he was walking up the ramp and then like be like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. I just came out of my seat and be like, fuck you, Shaw. Get out of here, you piece of shit. And then Shaw was like, what are you gonna do about it, huh, bitch? What are you gonna do about it? And then the poor girl behind me had to listen to me scream out, fuck you, you and because that's what
You
Oscar
you need to censor that. That will get
I
us
need
taken
I need
down.
I need to censor that. But I think that happened was evil before New Japan Cup at Osaka Joe where I think I was like, boo, evil, you suck, you fucking dickhead, bro. And then evil was like, oi, 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 you calling me a dickhead, bro. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm calling you a dickhead, bitch. And then you come over here, bitch. Like, you're like, you come over here, bitch. And you come over here, bitch. And
Suki, please stop challenging the House of Torture to fights.
this is what I love. I mean, I mean, to be honest, wrestlers love heat. I mean, whatever heat that they can get, they love heat. But challenging House Tortured fights is one of my favorite things to do at New Japan shows whenever I get ringside seats. Yeah.
Have you got a ringside seat for Osaka?
I have no. I think I got like 2 rows before, but I think yeah, the last time I got 2 rows before. That's when I called evil a bitch, and then it was like, oh, what the fuck you call me? That's when I call evil a bitch. And
I'm trying to work out how we can fit that into the episode title.
then no, don't worry, I'll censor it. It's good, I'll censor it.
Six match. Loser leaves Japan. Hikuleo versus the Switchblade, Jay White.
Loser leaves Japan and winner leaves Japan. God, both have offers from WWE, obviously. No idea who's gonna win or lose, to be honest. Um,
I I mean, if Jay White wants to spend more time in America to do Ring of Honor, to do whatever he needs to do over there, I think he's got Eddie Kingston at Battle in the Valley. Um, then all for him. But honest to God, Hikuleo is good,
not too good.
but he's not there yet. He's nowhere near as good as Tamatonga.
I mean, his brother's definitely better than wherever Hikuleo's in now. I want Jay to win, to be honest. Jay's been such a good guy to New Japan, and he has such a great heel presence in Japan also. So I think I think they'll probably lose Japan's main um foreign heel, which is probably going to be passed down to El Phantasmo if he loses. But
Yeah, yeah. Here's the thing: El Phantasmo is actually older than Jay White.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 35 and Jay's 31.
Yeah. Mm. I mean, I'll be fine if whoever loses this match. I mean, they'll probably spend some time in the US and come back a year later. Something.
Yeah.
If one of them signs to WWE and sells their soul to the devil, well, bye bye, bye bye.
All right. Then seventh match. It is for the never open weight Tamatonga versus El Phantasmo. Let's see, can Tamatonga make it past one defense this time?
God, probably to be honest. As much as
Mm,
I would like to see El Phantasmo get the belts, I feel like Tamatonga's. I think they'll probably go for the face going over,
mm.
and I guess Hontai goes over Evil Bullet Club. Tamatonga's winning, and he'll probably have his next defense in Don Taku, which is coming up
Right.
actually.
Where is Tangaloa? Because I know he was quite badly injured,
Yeah,
but he must be ready to come back soon.
Angelo, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably eating
Because
sweets.
I think it was either a back or a knee injury that ruled him out.
Yeah, it was a
But
knee. Yeah. So,
but my point is, if he's wrestling Bullet Club and Bullet Club are coming down to cheat, then you have a pop in your back pocket when Tangaloa comes in for the save.
um, yeah, I think I have Tama winning, to be honest.
Yeah, I've got Tama winning.
Well,
Yeah, sorry, LP,
all right, LP.
we love you.
Love you, LP. We love you. No,
Main event time.
thanks. Oh yeah,
This show is sold out.
sure. Oh yeah,
This
I
show is
was
sold
gonna
out,
ask.
and this match probably helps.
So
Yeah.
I think this is my how many times have I watched this match? So it's the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. It's the sixth champion, Kazuchika Okada versus Shingo Takagi. I have Okada winning for this match, to be honest. I have Okada just
Yeah,
Okada's winning and probably
it's
gets
Okada that.
it's Okada. I mean, I will expect more, to be honest, since they know it's a full house, so I'm expecting more from the past matches in Osaka,
Mm.
but Shingo's the KOPW championship champion now, so I don't know how big it will get.
I,
Yeah.
the story for this match is that Shingo has never beaten Okada 100% because Okada was the first time Shingo beat Okada was when Okada was wrestling with a back injury. Why did you wrestle with two slip discs? The second time was when Okada had literally just got better from COVID. So, he was at 90% then, and that was when Shingo was just able to beat him. Obviously, at Wrestle Kingdom 15, Okada put down Shingo. Um, so, this is the challenge for Shingo to beat Okada at 100%. I don't think this is the time, but I think it is coming.
Yeah.
Much like Will Ospreay, Okada has a story built up with Shingo where eventually he needs that clean win.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, to be
My
honest.
my question is, who is next challenger for
Oh yeah.
Okada?
I was gonna ask that, and my prediction is Hangman Adam Page. That's my prediction. Since
You
they
think Hangman Page?
Hangman Page, because you know how like in Dominion for like the build up in Forbidden Door, Hangman was like,
Mm,
"Yo, I want Okada, give me Okada for the belt," and then it just turned into a four-way with Jay and Adam. I think that
mm.
might happen, but is Adam in a storyline of some sort, or is he injured or anything? Is he like?
Adams back from his injury. He's currently in a storyline with John Moxley where they're, I think, going to do a last man standing match. They're going to kill each other again.
Probably not going to be Hangman, is it? Hangman, is it?
Yeah, it's probably not going to be Hangman because no matter no, I think no matter what happens, one of Hangman or John Moxley is going to get written off AEW for some time because they are like this whole storyline they've been doing is basically I hate your guts, I hate your guts. We both respect each other's talents, but we hate each other's guts. Now stand still and let me knock you out. It's been a very good story, but I think the next challenger for Kazuchika Okada will be drum roll someone because it's a battle in the valley, so it's going to be someone from New Japan Strong.
It's gonna be someone from who's in New Japan Strong that's worthy for the belt, to be honest. Who is in New Japan Strong?
Tom Lawler.
Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler. Tom
Mm,
Lawler. Tom
Tom
Lawler.
Lawler. Literally the only probably their top. Tom Lawler. I don't know. Tom Lawler's got a filthy rules fight on Battle in the Valley. Who is it going to be at Battle in the Valley? Because unless they bring over someone from AEW or Impact, but they're
Who's in AEW that doesn't have a storyline now? That probably
Adam Cole's back for a concussion. Brian Danielson's got MJF at Revolution. Um, Adam Page is probably going to have to murder John Moxley. Lance Archer, no, that match has been done to death. Orange Cassidy's got a title. Who is credit like Swerve maybe? But then you'd have Swerve's new stable take a loss, and he's currently fielding with Dustin Rhodes. Um,
oh god, it's probably gonna be
it's
some
going to be someone at Battle in the Valley, but because they have said whoever wins at Osaka will have a defense in Battle in the Valley. But we don't know who it's going to be unless they go like right Suzuki go.
things that
But
I have a feeling that they're probably just gonna have another rematch of some sort. They're probably
mm,
to a town.
I I I feel like I feel it might be Tetsuya Naito again.
Probably, but I think
If it were if they had Kota Ibushi, this would be where Kota Ibushi was, but they
that
don't have Kota Ibushi anymore.
yeah, we'll talk about that after in a few minutes. But for this, it's really a surprise to be honest. I mean, if
Oh,
it's
hang on. What if they bring back another young boy, another one of the
oh,
where
oh,
is Yota Tsuji?
oh yeah, you have to
He's
say that yeah, he's in Rev Pro right now, I think.
nope. He's over in CMLL at the moment.
Really? Yeah, really. I saw him in
Yeah,
Rev
he because he always wanted to do lucha as his
style.
excursion, but obviously with Mexico and COVID, they only could get him into Rev Pro, so he got to do some time in CMLL. So we now have Lucha Tsuji, which is quite funny.
Lucha Lucha
No, no,
Tsuji.
because like he's this big beefy guy who hits really hard, and then he's just doing like, ah yes, moonsault time.
Sho is Shota ready enough? Because I would like to see him get the new belt.
Him losing to Naito means he's probably not got next.
No,
I don't think he'll be Shota.
I don't think we should. I mean, kinda.
Evil question mark?
Nah, he's gonna
No.
boot out the building. He's gonna boot out the building.
Um, Naito in Osaka.
In Osaka, yeah. To be honest, I think it's Naito. I think it's gonna be Naito as well.
Uh,
Well, I think it's probably Naito. I'll see the roster. Wait, let me check the roster because my brain's gone dead because of this one. Uh,
oh, it could just be a surprise. But yeah, that is the new beginning in Osaka, folks. It's going to be a very exciting show.
next,
And
I guess the big
next up,
we have Mr. Ibushi. This is the biggest news of the week, to be honest. This is the biggest news of the week, to be honest. Kota Ibushi officially lets his contract expire from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And at midnight, literally a few like minutes or seconds after his contract got expired, GCW announced that Kota Ibushi will be fighting Speedball Mike Bailey at the Collective.
yeah,
Woo!
he's not just fighting Speedball Mike Bailey at the Collective. He's fighting Speedball Mike Bailey in a Bloodsport rules
That's
match.
for rules match. Holy shit. Yeah. Holy. God. Kota Ibushi.
These
Yeah, I mean, Kota Ibushi. To be honest, kudos to Kota Ibushi. I mean, Kota Ibushi has had so if you're unfamiliar with this news, Kota has had issues with New Japan Pro Wrestling regarding backstage. He and after he got injured in the G1 Climax 31 one finals where he I think he landed on his arm at
dislocated his shoulder
later.
and also turns out shredded most of the tendons.
Yeah, and via Phoenix Splash, where a year later he has just buried New Japan on the backstage bullshit, where New Japan put out a statement where he has been where he has once disobeyed his contract by going on TV as a second at GTO Taka Michinoku's promotion, where he got pay cuts, and as the other backstage guy, the official, also got a pay cut and will be got deducted of his spot. But now Kota Ibushi is finally free, and what do you
He's
have for
he's
him? Yeah,
he's set up a training school in Japan, Suki.
he's gonna set up his. He's
No, no,
gonna
he
set
set it
up.
up.
He's gonna set.
He set it up. He's taking sign-ups.
He's taking sign up. Wait, what the fuck? Wait.
Yeah, I'm not shitting you.
You're not shitting me. Wait, I still.
I think it's like 80,000.
Yeah,
Oh
80,000,
no, no, it's like 80,000 yen.
8 grand USD around this time. It's
But
8 grand. Yeah.
I think, yeah,
Wait, he already opened his school. What the fuck? Bro, I saw it was still in the making, man. I saw it was still in the making, man. Ibushi close.
he's he's taking sign-ups. That doesn't mean he's got a dojo, but he's taking sign-ups. The Ibushi dojo
Ibushi Dojo
for
and
wrestlers who hate their name.
Restless Two Hates. I'm searching up right now.
Yeah, so while Suki does that, so obviously Kota Ibushi, the obvious question is when's he going to show up in AEW? And he has said, when I've got my school set up and done my own thing for a bit, I will talk with AEW. So, he's going to show up in AEW at some point. Because he's basically said he wants to, and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks were asked their opinions on this. The Young Bucks said that they would love to work with him. Kenny Omega was last heard screaming in a corner. So he will pop up in AEW at some point. There is no ifs or buts about it. And I'm just very excited for this new Ibushi that they've promised us. Ibushi, in an interview with Dark Puroresu Flosion over on Twitter, has commented that he's changing his style. He's going to stop doing the flips and focus more on the brutal kicking. So we're going to get Murder Ibushi in a blood sport match. Who don't forget, Ibushi does have this background in kickboxing,
Yeah, he does.
and Ibushi and kickboxing against Speedball Mike Bailey and Taekwondo, they are just going to kick each other until one of them can't stand. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be so much fun. And honestly, I am just here for Kota Ibushi wandering around as the world's sexiest freelancer,
Yeah,
kicking people in the head.
Kota Ibushi, who's your dream match for a free Kota Ibushi, man? Like,
Oh God, dream match for free Kota Ibushi. No, if I could have him wrestle one match against anyone in WWE, it would be Seth Rollins or Gunther. AEW, I would very much like to see Kota Ibushi versus Hangman Page again. I'd also like to see the obligatory Golden Lovers stuff, but that's basically obligatory. I would also like to see Kota Ibushi versus Josh Alexander. Yes, please, and thank you.
I mean, I have a feeling that he'll probably pop up in DDT sometime.
Oh, he so will. Get him to put over Yuki Ueno.
Oh yeah, Yuki Ueno versus Kota Ibushi. Give me that. Oh my God,
Because he's already put over Takeshita and Endo because they did the Golden Lovers versus Takeshita and Endo tag match, which ended with I think it's Endo pinning Omega, or was it Take pinning Omega? But
think I forgot. That was his final match in DDT, was it?
yeah, that was the point. That was like them putting over
Yeah.
Take and Endo as the aces.
Yeah. I would really want to see the new Take versus
Mm.
Ibushi, Yuki Ueno versus Ibushi. Um,
Hang on, hang on, hang on. Just for the sheer comedy of it, let's do Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, the Young Bucks, and Konosuke Takeshita, like 10-man comedy tag
like,
versus Yoshihoko, the blow up doll,
yes,
Chris Brooks,
Brooks, yeah.
Chris Kid Lycos 2, and his partner in CDK, whose name I've forgotten.
Yeah, Masa Takanashi. So it's
Yeah, give me CCK against the true Golden Elite in a full-on comedy undercard match where no one is taking it seriously, and I will watch that.
Golden Elite versus CCK. Oh my God, give me that anytime,
On
man.
a less joking note, the Golden Lovers versus CDK or CCK, I would be absolutely here for.
I would be absolutely here for that as well. I mean, he'll be popping up in DDT. He'll be freelancing more in Japan, I think, from what I read here.
He appears in Pro Wrestling Noah. Right, Muto, come here, give me your knees.
Right, Muto, get over here. Nah, fuck your retirement. Get over here, Muto.
Yeah, but honestly, all the best to Kota Ibushi in this next stage of his career. Please leave some of Mike Bailey alive because we need him later that evening, which is a neat segue into the WrestleMania weekend Impact New Japan crossover show. So announced yesterday, very hot off the press. It is on. It's going on on the same day as Kota Ibushi wrestles Mike Bailey. Impact and New Japan later in the evening are putting on the Multiverse United. Only the strong survive.
Where Speedball Mike Bailey, he is gonna get he's getting murdered in the morning, he's getting murdered in the night by none other than the aerial assassins that now New Japan is calling him Will Ospreay. Now, will he be still breathing? Will Speedball Mike Bailey still be breathing after that day?
Yeah, he will be. He wrestled 13 matches last WrestleMania weekend.
I mean, we're talking Kota Ibushi in a Bloodsport match and Will Ospreay in the same night.
I Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey have had some amazing singles matches. They had a match last summer at the RevPro 10th anniversary show, which was arguably the best match of the weekend. It was superb. But that's not all. We also have Jeff Cobb versus Moose. Big, meaty men.
Stopping me.
And the Impact World Champion Josh Alexander versus Kushida.
Kushida. Kushida.
Mhm.
That's pretty.
All I'm going to say is if Josh Alexander's rolling superplex does not get counted into Kushida's flying cross arm breaker, I am going to be disappointed because those two will have an absolute clinic. Josh Alexander is absolutely someone I would love to see in the G1 Climax sometime. Big, tough Canadian guy can absolutely wrestle like hell. Also announced for the show, the X Division champion Trey Miguel, Bullet Club's Ace and Bay connection, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, most of the Knockouts division, so that'll be a Knockouts Battle Royale or something, possibly to determine a challenger for Kyrie or probably Mercedes Moné. Rocky Romero, Kenta, Clark Connors, Kevin Knight, Fred Rosser, and the man with the worst personality in the world, Minoru Suzuki, will be eating a young boy.
That's Multiverse United, is it?
Mhm.
Woo!
Honestly, some really exciting sounding matches here. Impact has some incredible talents on their roster. And I'm hoping that the show delivers and that we don't, I don't know, break Speedball or something because
we need speedball. They need speedball.
Yeah, they do need speedball. Yeah, match I'm most excited for is Alexander versus Kushida. Josh Alexander is one of the best in-ring wrestlers on the planet at the moment. He is criminally underrated, and he and Kushida will have a match with lots of techers. We will have to show it to Zach and say, "Oi, Zach, here. Look, the Americans are being shown technical wrestling by a Canadian and a Japanese guy," and he'll probably scream. Because don't forget that Zach says that showing Americans good technical wrestling is like,
Reading Shakespeare to a dog. Reading Shakespeare to a dog. That's
yeah,
that's such an amazing quote. Uh, I think
yeah. Well,
a little.
I am, I, I look forward to watching several Americans attempting to read Shakespeare's to dog when Josh Alexander snaps Kushida's ankle.
Right. I think we should segue into Battle in the Valley. Our
Oh gosh, there's so much stuff coming up. Okay, I need to find a card for this.
I have it already.
Oh, you got it.
Right. So dark matches will include Alex Coughlin versus J.R. Kratos and David Finlay versus Bobby Fish. Now where's
Oh
the
God.
lie? Now where's the lie?
Ugh.
Right.
Sorry, I like you, David Finlay, but if the Bobby Fish is a bit of a you just you have so many wrestlers who do his gimmick better. Anyway,
Right. So onto the main card. It's not the full card, by the way. So we have Adrian Quest, Josh Alexander, Mascara Dorada, and Rocky Romero versus the DKC Kevin Knight, Volador Jr., and Kushida. Well,
ooh, that's basically hello. These are our New Japan Strong rookies, and these are our trainers, and we're just going to have a nice, fun showcase match.
and next we will have the strong openweight tag team championship bout. The champions, Alex Shelley, and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns, versus the what do they call themselves again?
The West Coast Wrecking Crew.
The West Coast Wrecking Crew, Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs. Now, I have Motor City Machine Guns winning this full future.
Yeah, I have the gun. I have the guns winning this. I mean, I can see West Coast picking up the win, but if you want, it all depends. Hang on, it all depends what's going to happen with New Japan Strong and how merged it's going to be with Ring of Honor, because I would say West Coast Wrecking Crew are someone I could absolutely see Tony Khan picking up for Ring of Honor's tag division because they are not there yet. They're not AEW or like WWE level talents, but they are very, very good and they are very, very promising. Like these guys have a bright, bright future ahead of them. They remind me a lot of kind of like FTR, Pen Cozy, like that style of like we're just two hard guys who just beat people.
Next match, we have the aforementioned IWGP Women's Championship match. Champion Kyrie versus Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes.
Mercedes, yep, Mercedes. I mean, they're not gonna, like we said earlier, Mercedes gonna win. Mercedes gonna win. Next, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. Probably Okada versus some person that will probably challenge. Next, 30-minute time limit, surprisingly. Eddie Kingston versus Jay White.
Uh,
Go hard, to be
I
honest.
want to say Jay wins this.
I want to say Jay as well. I mean, this will probably go
It's
hard.
an it's an it's a New Japan show, so Jay wins.
Yes.
Eddie Kingston probably going to take the time to, I don't know, find some random Japanese legend and call them out, since that seems to be his current gimmick of I get to beat up the old Japanese men.
All right. So, 30 next match. We have 30-minute time limit. Filthy Rules fight. Homicide versus Tom Lawler. This match will be held in a no rope ring and in a no disqualification format. Wins and losses are decided by pinfall, uh yeah, give up and KO.
Yep.
Now, I have Lawler winning this match since it's
Yeah,
really
no. This is basically Homicide can't wrestle a standard match anymore because he's a bit banged up and too injured, so he's just going to brawl with Tom Lawler. And this is Tom Lawler's rules matches, so Tom's just going to MMA him to death.
so strong openweight championship match, the champion Fred Rosser versus challenger Kenta.
Fred Rosser.
Also, to be honest, Kenta's not going to be defending that belt in the US.
Mm.
Yeah. Fred Rosser, that's Battle in the Valley so far. They'll probably announce more matches after New Beginning in Osaka. So that's probably it for this.
Yeah, that's all we have time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our quick run through all the wrestling news coming out of Japan and beyond. Please do join us next episode where we are going to be talking about the new beginning in Osaka. Probably have to talk about the whole Keiji Muto thing. Did he actually manage to wrestle against Tetsuya Naito, or did his knees give up on him?
This
And yeah, I don't know if I've ah yeah, we will talk as well about if I don't know if the audio did problems there, so I'll just repeat myself. We'll talk about uh, is Keiji Muto actually cleared to wrestle on Tuesday with two injured hamstrings, a torn hamstring, and knee injuries? Muto, your knees. But
Luke,
yeah, no, I'm a little concerned about whether that match will actually go ahead since Muto can't walk at the moment. He needs to wrestle on Tuesday. Um, we'll talk about all of that, anything, and so much more. But until then, we will see you in our next episode. Thank you so much for watching, for your love and your support. It means the world to us. 2, 3, and it is time for us to say, Ich, ni, sa,
da.
da.